Hello everyone. Today we will explain a mystery thriller movie, Memoirs of a Murderer. Spoiler alert, sit tight and enjoy the movie recap. Now let's start our daily recap dose. Movie starts in October 1986 with a scene where two women are discovered dead and raped in a ditch next to a field. Inexperienced local investigator Park Do-man is overwhelmed by the case since crucial evidence was wrongly gathered. The police's investigative techniques were questionable, and their forensic technology was almost zero. Park says that he can identify suspects by direct eye contact. He makes the decision to interrogate Kim Kwang-ho, a boy with mental disabilities who lives in the town, after learning about him through his girlfriend. He locates him and approaches him using his eye contact technique, automatically assuming Beek is to blame. Beek is beaten into making admissions by Park's associate Seo, who also secretly records him discussing one of the murders. A sole investigator named Seo Tae-yoon offers to help them. He and Park fight at a party because their approaches don't match. Beek is freed when Seo determines that Beck's hands are too frail and scarred to be able to carry out such a complex crime. Once more killings happen, they discover that the murderer only targets red-clad ladies on rainy nights. Hwang Kweo-k, a female police officer, notices that a specific song is frequently requested for local radio play on the evenings when killings occur. Park keeps looking for the murderer but comes up empty. Park, Seo, and Saul gather at the most recent crime scene to investigate in their own unique ways when a local man enters, takes out his pants, and masturbates in a woman's red pants. Seo unintentionally steps on a stick, which causes the man to escape. They follow him into the crowd. Park recognizes the man before Seo does after seeing him crouch and partially reveal the red pants from under his pants. Seo tries to find a way to get everyone's attention. Despite the fact that Park has already recognized him, he pretends to be using his eye contact technique once more. Seo apprehend him after Park signal him. Inconsistent with their strategy, Park and Seo assaulted the victim severely. Seo discusses the rumors with a young schoolgirl and assists her in bandaging a wound on her waist. Seo tracks rumors around the neighborhood of school and discovers a woman who told him about a killer survivor. Seo, with Kwan's assistance, gathers some information about killer and Seo is able to free the man after learning from the survivor that the killer's hands were clearly soft since his hands are really rough. Park and Seo fight over the fact that they have no suspect as Kwan warns them that the murderer's song request is currently being played. When they notice it's raining, it's already too late for them to find another murdered woman. Seo, Park, and Seo decide to cooperate. They find remains of what appears to be a peach in the body of the most recent victim after performing an autopsy. A trail of hints leads them to Park Hae-il, a factory worker who had recently arrived to the neighborhood before the first murder. They follow the song preferred using postcard from the radio station to find his address. At first, the investigators are unable to connect him to anything. Then Seo notices that his hands are soft, just like the survivor said, that he had earlier questioned. When Seo offers Hae-il the peaches, he starts to act uneasy and believes he has caught the murderer. Seo loses control and punches Hae-il before he can ask any more questions, which causes their supervisor to kick him out of the interrogation place. Beck's earlier admission of a previous murder is being listened to by Park and Seo. Seo points out that he speaks as if someone else committed the murder and they realize that he knew details of the murder since he saw it. As they visit Beck's father's restaurant, they find Seo drinking. Seo defeats everyone in the restaurant while he is mocked on television. After joining the fight midway through, Beek enters and swings a wooden board at Seo, accidentally stabbing it with a rusty nail. Beek gets scared while being chased by Park and Seo and climbed on a pole. He told them that he saw the killer's face. and recognize when Park shows him the Hae-il photo, and then he runs into the path of an approaching train, where he is hit and killed. Park feels bad about what he got his partner and closest buddy when he learns that Cho's leg will need to be cut since the rusty nail caused tetanus. They find traces of sperm on one of the dead, but due to a lack of forensic equipment, a sample must be sent to the US to determine with DNA evidence whether suspect Hae-il is the murderer. Seo makes an attempt to pursue Hae-il, but he falls asleep and loses the opportunity. That evening, while Park's girlfriend was being followed by an unidentified figure waiting in the shadows, a younger girl who was in the way was captured and murdered. Her body is discovered the following morning. Seo notices a bandage on her waist and remembers her as the same schoolgirl he made friends with while inquiring into the murders. Seo finally loses control of his anger at the defeat and breaks. Until Park arrives with documentation from America related to the semen sample, he strikes Hae-il. The documents, however, say that the sample's DNA does not match that of Hae-il. Seo exclaims that Hae-il is the murderer and that the documents are false. Park approaches the suspect with his eye contact technique but learns that, unlike before, he cannot make any conclusions. Park intervenes to stop Seo from shooting the culprit and lets Hae-il go. The crimes are ultimately unsolved. Years later in 2003, Park Doom-an, now a businessman, when he visits the crime scene, he meets a young girl who informed him that some time before an unidentified man with a regular face had just been visited here. She asked him why he was staring towards the ditch, and the man says that he is thinking back to a long ago action he had done there. When the movie comes to end, Park appears to be using his eye contact technique to identify the murderer among the audience. The end. If you find the killer, then comment below. Thanks for watching our daily recap dose. To help us grow, like, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon to never miss the upcoming recaps.